Good evening. Orly here, a friendly RTS enthusiast who is totally not a vampire. If you follow my 5 simple rules, I can personally guarantee that you'll never lose an RTS match. And if that makes you say, what's an RTS, then this is the video for you. An RTS is a battle of wits and reflexes. A head-to-head duel against a human opponent. This one we are using today, Stormgate, a new RTS right now in early access. To get into a game, just choose your army type, hit go, and wait for an opponent. What an exciting feeling! RTS plays out on a game board. At its heart, it is a board game like chess. People have been doing this type of thing for almost 8,000 years. We will start on opposite sides, then cross the board and try to kill the guys of our opponent. Easy. Okay, LFG. He is red and the guys he starts with. On the other side, we have blue, that's us. Click a guy and give him something to do with this little panel. The game turns, such as they are, advance many times every single second. Right-click to move a guy around, hold shift to queue many moves. There are 2 main skills in RTS, macro and micro. Macro is about taking over all the resources on the map so you can build an economic empire with which to make the largest army the world has ever seen. Micro is giving orders directly to your guys on the battlefield, making fast tactical decisions in the heat of combat.
You scared me. Getting to work.
In RTS, we build buildings, and the buildings make more guys. The main building, let's call it a town hall, makes worker guys that build other buildings. If you click the building, you find the worker button. Press the worker button, and it takes about 30 seconds to make a worker. We can even queue up more. You will notice that there is a price to make him, a price in the form of specifically luminite or gold. Luckily, we had these workers from the start, taking trips back and forth from the mine, and they've gathered a pile of luminite we can spend on guys and buildings. And another guy came out. This worker unit is a bit like the pawn in chess. Not great at fighting, but very important character. With him, we build an infrastructure. There's about 8 different buildings he can build, and each one has a function to help destroy our enemies.
Reporting for work.
First thing we can build to get real army guys is a barracks. Select a guy, select build, select barracks, place the barracks.
Placing structure.
Guy,
Confirmed. Moving
barracks,
now. Constructing.
guy,
Relocation commencing.
barracks.
It's going up.
Oh, okay, this happens a lot. Our red opponent has made guys faster than we did, and they're running down to kill our base. Luckily, building a barracks allows us to make a defensive building. As you can see, the worker is a lover of running away when things try to beat him up. But right now, we must make him fight, even though he won't like it.
Our base is under attack.
I know. So I will box grab these draftees, click the attack button, and then click on the board just past where the enemy is. And then fight them, fight. If the red guy destroys our base, mind you, we lose right then and there. Okay, 2 more guys. Go get him. Attack button, click. Get them. Our building is on fire. Oh. Well, we survived. But our workers weren't making us any money that whole time, so let's right-click them back on the mine and think about making some better army men. Click on the barracks. You can see 5 types of army men buildable there. 3 are grayed out for now, dependent on buildings we've not yet made. We can make a few lancers and scouts.
Insufficient supply.
Oh yes, this little piece of bread represents supplies. Supplies, you can't make any more army men. So, to raise your supply cap, you build farm-type things. Habitats in Stormgate. There we are, supplies are up, and now the guys are cranking out the guy makers. Wait, well, now what's wrong? Okay, my workers can only mine so much luminite at a time. Once that number is red, each extra guy does nothing. Let me right-click a few to the therium, a needed ingredient to buy better things. Now that we have a few army men, let's try a little micro. We box select and cards appear at the bottom. If you grab the extra guy, shift click him out and move or attack move. Why is this dog staring over a cliff? I'm glad you asked. let me show you the most important part of the whole screen. This is the mini-map of the game board. It displays for you in real time the parts of the board that your guys can currently see. The rest of the board is grayed out by a fog of war. You can see terrain underneath for the whole map, but only the brightened areas are current. If it's hazed out, an enemy army could be lurking unseen underneath. Probably the best way to lurk, unseen underneath.
I'm here to assist.
The mini-map here, it's super great, so very good players never take their eyes off of it. Here's another tip. Any task you click on the ground, you can click on the mini-map. You can see your guys on the mini-map in white, the enemy in their colors, and all the special spots on the map, like Luminite mines. Here's a good one. It's not too far from our home, so we can send guys to defend it pretty quick. Okay, macro time. We just need a worker and some Luminite to make a new base. If we grab the guy, click on the mini-map, you see the guy is still grabbed. I can hit build command center, and there we begin the process of becoming filthy, filthy rich. While we wait for that little project to finish, let's move on to combat. In order to win the game, we will have to destroy all of Red's buildings. Not the guys, just the buildings. The problem is there will be guys in front of the buildings, so let me explain the specifics. Here's the Lancer unit. Here's his stats, 240 health. Here is his weapon, damage is 10. Every time he hits, he will take 10 health points away from the enemy. He also has his armor, which reduces the incoming damage a little bit. With 2 Lancers going at it, it's a toss-up who will emerge the victor. But if I have 3 Lancers and he has 1, the outcome is determinable. We want to choose when to fight and not let the enemy choose. Find a fight in our favor, push ahead, that's too scary, run away very fast.
On my way. I'm off.
If you ever want to move without engaging, that's when you use right-click. Your armies will try to run past everything, arrive at the destination, and then at that point they'll look around and say, what can I hit? A-click is really a much better way to travel across the map. Back at our home base, we can upgrade the main building to start unlocking more advanced buildings. And so we build different guy makers for different guys, and we can build research buildings that research things in the buildings that make the units better, and we keep researching and upgrading and make more money and making more guys and better guys until we finally have built everything, and there's no way the opponent could possibly ever beat us. All that remains is to use what you've made to vanquish your enemies and hear the lamentations of, well, you know. There may be a few little tiny details that I've left out here, like shortcuts on the command card, hotkeys, creeping, build orders, timing attacks, top bar abilities, factions, little things like that. But it's all gravy because now you know how to play RTS and Stormgate. So, goodbye.
Our forces are under attack. Our base is under attack.